Dover Beach. In a nutshell, to sum up quickly, what is meant by in a nutshell, shortly, Matthew Arnold was a pretty dude. All right, that's the word D-U-D-E, a serious dude. He believed in the power and beauty of art with a capital P. Right? Okay? Anybody find it difficult to respond? Okay? He is a believer. He tells us that he is a believer in the power and the beauty of art with a capital P. And was all about the value of really understanding the past and the great tradition of literature. See, this is the man that we are going to handle hopefully shortly today and next week when we meet Monday. This is the, first of all, the poem is called Dover Beach. Dover Beach, all right? Now, what makes this man a believer in art and a believer in tradition, okay? Now, beauty of art, power of beauty of art, with a capital P. All right, so here we go. This is the Victorian era. He was a poet, a scholar, a critic, and one of the big name literary figures of the Victorian era. That is who we talk about. We're talking about Matthew Arnold. And last name is Arnold, okay, A-R-N-O-L-D. Matthew, M-A-T-T-H-E-W. Matthew Arnold. Here we go. All right. Now, what we have in front of us is a man, a gigantic figure. Sounds like the recipe for a great career, right? Yeah. He was also living in an uncertain time. Look at this. Always when we talk about uncertainty, okay? The lack of decision, lack of precision, all of that, we're talking about the Victorian era. So here we go. The winds of change were blowing. Again, I repeat that. The wind of change, is blowing. So pay attention. All right? Or the winds of change were blowing. And he lets us hear them whipping by in his poetry. Wow. See? In the decades before he wrote this poem, Dover Beach, that is, England had gone through rapid industrialization, which in many ways, and in fact, upended a way of life that had been stable for centuries. Imagine. That's what I thought. What I thought is that so many centuries, the world is going on one beat, hitting one beat, just like a heart that is, throwing on one beat, one size and one rhythm and one. And all of a sudden came the Victorian era, and here we go. Okay? Uprooted everything. So, in many ways, now upended a way of life that is what? What is this diet? Stable for centuries. The British Empire was beginning to expand its reach over, and the conflicts that would come with that expansion were picked up, or picking up, in fact, steaming as well. Imagine. In other words, let me put it differently. Arnold was a man between, see, a break between what? The old world as we knew it before the Victorian era, and the new, right on the edge of the modern era. That's the beginning of the modern era, by the way. It's the Victorian. It is the Victorian, okay? And he has a really cool, visionary sense of what that means. What does it mean to be on the brink? What does it mean to be on the brink between the old world and the new world? Not easy. To tell you, this is not easy at all, okay? Not easy at all. So let's see. You're hearing me, right? Hasanin, is everybody hearing me? Thank you. You're telling me that I should put this damn thing in my ears. Okay, really appreciate it. Okay, so here we go. As I said, a man like Arnold, really, okay, at a time like this, a time of change, and to be on the brink between the old and the new, okay, it's not easy at all. Yet, I think he is a man you depend on completely, because he has a really cool visionary sense of what that means, to be witnessing, okay, celebrating the advent of the modern era. Now we come to the poem itself, to Dover Beach. Now, as I say, we come to Dover Beach. Dover Beach is one of his most famous poems, by the way. Always anthologized, always
theosophical
when it comes to Dover Beach. Okay, and although he wrote many more, it's still included in anthologies and memorized by school kids today, almost 150 years or more than that after it was published in 1867. My goodness, we need a calculation to this day. It's more than 150. Why that staying power? Why? What made that poem is a powerful poem? What made it so powerful? Well, we think this poem does a brilliant job, right? I agree. It does a brilliant job. It does a brilliant job for what? For capturing just how lonely it can be to live in the modern world. It's true. It's true. Loneliness, seclusion, depression, a lot of bad stuff yet we need to make it sweet. Okay? You know what we are talking about, I'm sure. As family ties rupture, okay, torn apart. Family ties torn apart, rupture. The use of the verb here, rupture. Okay? It's not easy to talk about it that way, believe it or not. All right? So, if family ties rupture, all systems of faith diminish, my friend. We don't have any more that strong faith. Okay? It's easy to feel as if been abandoned on a darkling place. My goodness. It's too bad. Without friends or help, no, nothing. No friends, no hope. Okay? What's cool about this poem is that it both describes this and helps to make it better. I repeat, and hopefully I can come up with the same idea. What's cool about this poem is that it describes suffering of loneliness, of isolation, okay? And at the same time, it helps us do what? Make it better. We can't stay like this. We can't stay put to nothing. No, we have to. It tackles the pain. It tackles the pain and the uncertainty of living in the modern world. Of course there is pain. Of course there is pain, for sure. Huh? And there is uncertainty. This is what the modern world is. But does it, in a way, does it leave us feeling like poetry can still matter? Yes, even in our times. In that way, Arnold fuses. Oh my God, look at the verb. Fuses the literary tradition he loved with the new world. And he could see coming, the one we're living in right now. That's exactly. Why should I care? And one of you will say that. Yes. When the what? Huh? With the corona at the door, wherever you go. Tomorrow we are going to declare a curfew, a whole curfew for the whole work and day and this and that. And my goodness, why should I care? Why should I care? We are all for poems that talk about the happy stuff, like love and birds and trees and taking a nap. Okay, maybe we don't know of any nap poems, right? Maybe it's time to get a nap now, especially we are in Ramadan, and this is a time not to sit in a lecture and talking about having this kind of love, okay, of this poem, of this man. At the same time, that's not all poetry can do. No. It can not only make you nap, no, it can also tackle the roughest stuff in life. Believe it or not, it can tackle the roughest stuff, like pain and fear and suffering and loss. This is what Dover Beach is. This is what the Dover Beach, the beach I loved a lot. The beach, I always go to Calais on the French side, through Dover, through that beach until the most modern time came. And with it came the train that runs underwater to take me from London to Paris directly. Okay, and that is something really. Anyway, yes, it is abbreviated the time, shortened the time, but the enjoyment, no, not really at all. No. Here we go. So, what can we do? Dover Beach is a great example of a poem that's honest about how dark and scary life can be sometimes. Dark and scary life can be sometimes, believe it or not. Huh? And this is honesty. Honesty on the part of this great poet and honesty on the part of this great poet at all. All right? Now, let's talk about the speaker of the poem. The speaker of this poem, just a flat out, directly, straightforward. That's the meaning of flat out. Just a flat out tells us that we shouldn't be full of joy or love. Oh. We shouldn't expect life to be full of joy or love. Huh? COVID-19 is with us. COVID-19 is with us. And people are dropping like leaves of branches of a tree. Oh my God. So this is what is scary about the speaker. Because he is facing the reality, he is facing the truth about what modern time is. He tells us we should not expect life to be such a life full of love and joy. No. He wants to shake us awake. I told you, we were napping. We were taking a nap. But he doesn't want us to continue napping. No. Wake up. He tells us that in the world we live now, okay, there is no certainty. No certainty. You go out right now and you never know. Something just explode. Oh, anyway, forget about the. I don't want to talk about that. Anyhow, so all we need to say is that this is what it tells us. It tells us that certainty is not a matter that is with us anymore. No. Health for pain, true, dripping, not so much with us. It's not like there isn't any love and happiness. No. But the question is, it is full of it, yet it does not sugarcoat the bad stuff. You know the word sugarcoat. What is sugarcoat? When I was a kid, an infant, in order for me, or for my family, to make me take the medicine, what do? Sugarcoat it. They sugarcoat it so that I take it and it is sweet. But after all, the bitterness comes. It's bitter. So why would you want to read a poem about how life can be hard? Why? Yes, it is. We think most people figure out that life isn't all good stuff about the time they find out Santa Claus isn't real. Oh my goodness. Well, real or not real, that's not the issue right now. The issue is that our beach is about loneliness. Seclusion, just by yourself, you and the virtuous world. All right? When we read it, we somehow feel less alone. When you read that poem, and honest to God, you feel somehow less alone. You get some sort of, just a sort of encouragement, just like the sugar coat. Though for you as an adult, sugar coat is not going to work with you, not at all. And we bet you will too. You will too, I'm sure you will too. All right. Yes, please. Zainab Awad Kadam Abbas, where are you? Yes, Zainab, tell me. You like Double Beach? Hadi Madloul, Ustad Hadi, you like Double Beach?
Yes, doctor. It's amazing.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. This is a beautiful poem, and thank God. I hope some. How many of you read it? Mr. Hadi, have you read it?
Did.
All right, thank you very much. Boy, this guy is saying something unbelievable. And we come to Hassanin. Hassanin, are you recording or not? All right, thank you. The record of the record of of yesterday. Finished or not yet? Oh, wonderful. Oh, wonderful. We're going to do both. We're going to do both. Now, I need some feedback from you, either to this poem, because you told me this is just a touch. This is just a touch. Okay? Just a wake up call. It's a wake up call. I'm not insisting to have this one, but I'm very much with the poem that we worked on yesterday, which is what poem? My Last Duchess, yes. Boy, what a wow. This Victorian era, man, you know, especially Lower Beach, it tells us we need to wake up. We need to wake up. It's been ages, hundreds of years, and the thing going calm and quiet the same way, same pace. And all of a sudden, shake up, the whole thing changed. The industrialization. London, city of the rich, is city of prostitutes, and the poor sleeping on the pavements of the street. Believe it or not, this is what happened. Okay? And it reminded me of what happened in the former Soviet Union. All of a sudden, when it broke down, and you see the people, okay, on the streets of Moscow and other cities, sleeping and begging, all of a sudden, this is what happened when the Victorian era came. Industrializing everything. Kids are working. Imagine kids who are supposed to play are working to support their families. All right. So who is going to tell me? Who is going to tell me something? Yes, Mr. Khatib. Mr. Khatib is telling me that, okay, capsule number 10, the singular and the plural. The hell with that. That's not my cup of tea. That's not my cup of tea. Forget it. Forget it. Zainab Samir Kadam Mahmoud. Yes, Zainab. What are you going to tell me? Zainab? Where are you, Zainab? Hello, Zainab? You there? Yes, Zainab? It's ridiculous. The number of students are only 13. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Haneem Haidar, where are you? Haneem? Hello? No way. Unfortunate. This is an unfortunate thing, really. What am I going to do here? What am I going to do, my friends? You tell me. You tell me what the heck is going on here. How come you don't? How come you don't? You should tell me what happened. This is the good wish, asking you to be active, to be imaginative. What the heck is going on? No? But you should. You really should. This is very important here. A very important one. And that's what I want you to do. That is what I want you to do. To tell me what the heck is going on. Are we going? I don't know. By the way, anybody traveled between London and Paris? Traveled in by boat between Dover Beach and Calais Beach? No? No? Come on. Where are you? Hello? Where are you, folks? You don't tell me? Oh, too bad. Listen to this. I want you to listen to Dover Beach as a poem. Will you do that? Okay? Hello? No?
We hear you, Doctor.
You hear me, right? Because the poem is such a great poem. See if you can. That's not the one. That is not the one. That is not. Okay? Dover Beach. My Dover Beach. Anybody can? Maybe we'll ask Hassanin if he can pass the poem around. Can you pass the poem around? Do you have it? Easy. Dover Beach, easy. Well, any anthologized, any site, you can get it. It's a beautiful book, beautiful book. Unfortunately, I don't have it ready here. Okay, I thought probably the best thing to do is to go over the poem as well as the poem itself. But how come? Supposedly I do have, but I don't know what I. Okay, here we go. Right. Anybody can read it for us, if you have it. Maybe Ustad Hadi. Do you have it with you, Ustad Hadi?
Yes, Doctor, I will.
Great. Could you please?
Okay, 1 second, please.
Yeah, take your time.
Okay. Dover Beach by Matthew Arnold.
Wonderful.
The sea is calm tonight. The tide is full, the moon lies far. Upon the strait on the French coast the light
You see, he's talking about the French coast.
French coast.
He's talking about the French coast, as I told you.
Yep.
Dover Beach and Calais, one on the French side and the other one on the English side, or British side, okay? Yes, please.
Climbs and gone the cliff of England stand, climbing
Yes.
and vast, out the turquoise bay. Come to the window, sweet is the night air,
Sweet is the night, yes.
only from the long line of the spray, where the sea meets the moon, blanched land. Listen, you hear the grunting roar of a bubble which the waves drawn back and flank. At their return up the high strand, being
Yes. Yes,
okay,
Martin.
Doctor, you You want to say
No,
something,
no,
Doctor?
no, go ahead, go ahead. You're doing fine.
Okay. Being unseen and then again being. With turmulence, cadence slow and brain natural note of sadness in. Sophocles, long ago.
Sophocles.
This is the writer, right, Doctor?
Yes.
Heard it on the engine and it brought into his mind the trouble ebb and the flow of human misery. We find also the sound, a throat, hearing it by this distance, nor one see, the sea of faith, was once to at the full, and around earth's shore lay like the folds of a bright girdle fraud, but now I only hear its melancholy long with a drowned roar.
Imagine melancholy, sadness, deep sadness going on.
Of
I
the night
agree.
wind down
Yeah.
the vast aged drear, at naked shingle of the world. Oh love, let us be true to one another, for the world which seems to lie before us like land of dreams, so various, so beautiful, so new,
Yes.
hath really neither joy, nor love, nor light, nor certain, no peace, nor help for pain. And we are here, as on a darkling plain, swept with confused alarm, struggle, and flight,
Wow.
where ignorant armed clash by night. That's a doctor.
Yes. Thank you very
Welcome.
much. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Double Beach, I remember, every time we read it, we get something. I don't know. What do you call it? When you read it, what do you get? Don't you feel you get something strange? What's double H? What is it saying to us? Double Beach is yesterday, today, and tomorrow on one level, put together, three of them. Okay? Whether you want to have your pill sugar coated before you take it in, this is unbelievable. Okay? There's also another dramatic monologue here in Dover Beach, lamenting the loss of true Christian faith in England during this era. We're talking about the 1800s, right? Dover Beach. All right, time maybe is of the essence, and I'm not sure if we can handle it so adequately or not. It's up to you. It's up to you. Yes, my friend. Anybody else can read us? I want just the first stanza of the Beach. When was it published? Do you recall? 1867. 67. That is after Victoria Queen Victoria started at 37. We are 67, so 30 years after the initiation of the rule of Victoria. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Can you tell me? What is the melancholy here? At the, you know, at the beginning, what does it strike you as what? Dover Beach. Huh? Is a dramatic monologue. That's at the beginning, where the poet expresses his frustration. And there is a frustration and hopelessness of the modern chaotic world. I repeat, in a dramatic monologue, okay, the speaker expresses his frustration, hopelessness of the modern chaotic world. He also expresses his view that this kind of situation or situations where there is neither joy nor love, nor certitude, nor peace, nor help for pain has been created by the decline of faith, religious faith, to be precise. So the reason behind all of this is what? The decline of religious faith in our time period, particularly I'm talking about the Victorian period, I'm not talking about our time now. Okay? We'll talk about it later on. So, straightforward description of what? I'm talking about the first stanza. It says straightforward description of nature. Imagine. So what is that? Huh? What does it tell us? Tell us what? Anybody? Huh? A straightforward tells us. Description of nature, and the speaker calling his beloved to see the beautiful sea. To see the beautiful sea and to hear the sound of the waves. Look at the setting. Setting is inside a room, maybe a hotel, on the coast of the English Channel, near the English town Dover. And the speaker here somehow calls his beloved, his fiancée, his wife, his whatever, the one who is dear to him, okay, and call her beloved, to look outside the window, okay? Look at the other side. What is the other side? It's the French coast. Across the sea, that's what we have. So what do you do? Huh? So it's the beginning, or at the beginning, we are told that that seems to be a love poem, or even a sonnet, as the first stanza consists of 14 lines. The first stanza with a change of tone at the 9th line. Pay attention to this. Change of tone at the 9th line, as it should be the case for a sonnet. Because with sonnet, we have 8 by 6, okay? Oh my goodness. But obviously, the rhyme scheme does not comply. It is only in the 14th line of the poem only in the 14th line of the poem, that the readers are introduced to some serious thoughts with the eternal note of sadness. The unpleasant roar of the word of melancholy. Now we understand that this is not easy. Now melancholy was brought to the speaker's mind, and in the second stanza, the speaker is reminded that all the ancient Greek playwright Sophocles, who also heard the sound of the Aegean Sea. See the comparison between the old times and now. And now, when I say now, I mean the Victorian era. Right? The speaker laments the lack of faith in the modern society. Here, he compares faith with the receding tides. Last stanza of the speaker urges his maiden love to be true to one another, as the new world that seems to be so beautiful apparently does not evoke much hope. Unfortunately, not much hope. No. So you better stick to your beloved and stay with your beloved and continue. Okay, somehow. I don't know. To talk about the stylistic aspects of the poem, of course, the lines are mostly rhyming, yes. The poem consists of 37 lines and is divided into 4 unequal stanzas. Use of enjambment. I continue facing this enjambment. Enjambment means what? No stop at the end of the line. Continuation of a clause or a sentence to the next line of a poem. That's the enjambment. Here's the poem faster pace. Okay? The tide is full. The moon lies fair upon the strait. What straits? Okay, here we go. Semicolon. Upon the straits, on the French coast, the light gleams and is gone. Right. Forget it, folks. All right. I thank you very much. Very nice of you. We are going to get classes even during the curfew. Okay? I was told that there will be a curfew. There will be a curfew 10 days, right? Right? You hear me, folks? Okay, thank you. So we've got a curfew, and I don't know. But do they talk about the classes? Classes should not be affected, right? Our classes should not be affected at all. Here we go. Wonderful. So we are in a better position, a better situation, and we will get ourselves ready for such a beautiful poem and a second dramatic monologue, folks. A second dramatic monologue. Unfortunately, I didn't get my hand on a copy of the poem to read it and enjoy it with you, but we'll do it. This is just a touch. This is just a touch of the poem. Thank you very much. Enjoy yourselves, and happy Ramadan.